This is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. I hope you're happy, healthy and healing wherever you're watching from. And today I wanted to look at what blessings are coming to you next. So if you are part of my collective, meaning you've already subscribed to my channel, or even if you're a new viewer, then there's a lot of blessings coming in for you. If you clicked on this video, it's not a coincidence, you were meant to watch this. I'm already feeling some of your energies, but I won't be getting into it right now. And also, this is going to be a special reading because I'm trying something new today, and I will be telling you what exactly it is. But let's start with your piles. For pile number 1, please. Wow. So you have my emotions are vibrational interpreters. So we have 3 cards, so I think I'm going to take it. Okay, so there's a spirit guide here who's like really mischievous and loud. So I don't know which pile it is. Maybe it's the 3rd pile, but we'll get into your readings and see what it is. So for the pile 1, we have my emotions are vibrational interpreters, and there's a message behind as well, but I'll show you when we begin your reading. Then for pile 2, my attention to it invites it in. This is what the card looks like. Even if I'm feeling that some of you might not like the artwork on this cards. If that is the case, please choose your pile according to the one that you're drawn to. Like, don't let the artwork affect your decision. And this is the 3rd pile. Pile number 3, 23. Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna give you some time, or you can pause the video here if you want to select your piles. I'm also feeling that some of you could be drawn to multiple piles, so please make sure that you watch those piles because your spirit guides might have something to say to you. I'm already feeling a strong energy from some of these piles, and this is a timeless reading, so whenever you watch this, that's when these blessings will come in. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the prayer as I always do. You know, I'm really excited for this reading and your feedback. I call upon my spirit guides with divine love and gratitude. Please connect me to the energies of the collective that clicked on this pile today, that clicked on this reading today. Please send my love, my light, my energy and healing to those that are watching this video right now. My intention for this reading is to deliver your messages to my collective. Pile 1, 2 and 3 spirit guides, I call upon you with divine love. Please help me relay the correct messages, the correct guidance to pile 1, 2 and 3. Please tap me into the energies of 1, 2 and 3. And make this reading successful. I will be trying a new technique of watercolor readings that I always do on my channel, and I ask for your blessings, angels. May this reading be divine, helpful, clear, guided, and healing. May it provide clarity and hope to those that have lost it. May it provide solace to those who are suffering from anxiety. May it give hope to those that have lost it. May it spark a flame of optimism for those that have been giving into negative energies. Please guide this watercolor readings as you see fit. For this, I pray and I thank you. I cherish you, my love, my pile 1, 2, and 3. If you're watching this prayer right now, I've already cleared a lot of your energy. So you will be feeling better by the time you finish this reading. I wish you happiness, I wish you joy, and I hope you know that you deserve it. I cherish you and welcome you to this sacred space. I'm feeling a lot of new souls click on this reading, so I'm sending you my love first. Thank you for being here in this space and as well as this world. And thank you for watching this video. And I want to say I love you, I cherish you, and I'm sending you my blessings, love, and light. And with this, I will now begin the readings. So I will see you at your pile. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose pile number 1, you chose My Emotions Are Vibrational Interpreters. So if you skip the intro, I mentioned that I'm going to be doing using a new method of my watercolor reading. So this is if you've seen my watercolor readings, other watercolor readings that I have uploaded, the one that I'll be doing today is going to be slightly different from that. It's still a watercolor reading, but it's going to be like a different type. Alright, so I'll tell you what I'm doing today. You might have seen this palette, right? And there's 2 colors in this with thread immersed in it, as you can see. So I prepared this before I started your reading. And what I'm going to do is take this folded sheet of paper, and then I'm going to be placing these painted threads on here, and then I will channel messages. So I am not going to pull cards, but if your spirit guides or if your angels call me to, I will pull cards, but unless and until they do, I won't. And yeah, so let's start and I'll walk you through it step by step. I actually got this idea when I was a child. I used to do this a lot. It was really fun for me. So the way I do this is by, you take this thread and place it on the paper, and then you pull it. So it's going to form different patterns, right? And that's what I'll be using to channel messages for you. Spirit, please place this thread on the paper. Okay, and now I'm going to close this paper. I'm going to take this book and place it on top and pull the thread from the bottom here as you can see, just so the color distribution is even, because if I put my hand on it, then the color distribution won't be even. So let's start. So I've pulled out the whole thread. I'm going to place it here, and let's open your paper to see what pattern we have. Wow. Okay. So you see, this functions a little bit like a Rorschach test, except I'm using this technique to channel. So if you have watched my previous watercolor readings, I've never used this method before. And yeah, let's begin your reading. Please tap me into the energy, please. The very first thing I see is this obvious butterfly shape. I'm seeing a butterfly emerging from the ground, emerging from some kind of dark place. So one of the blessings that is coming in for you is you transforming it. The blessing is you. What I mean by that is that you are, I'm seeing like a cocoon, I'm seeing a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly, and like breaking the cocoon. And I feel like whenever you're watching this reading, this is a timeless reading, but pile number one, whenever you watch this reading, you are like leaving that cocoon. So you're in that phase of like, okay, I'm going to let go of things that do not serve me. So let's say for some of you, it might be a core belief of feeling like you don't deserve love, and I see that that is something that's changing for you. So you're saying now, okay, I do deserve love, I do deserve people and partners that love me, so I'm no longer placing myself in relationships where I will not be loved, or where I'm mistreated or disrespected, right? So you're taking that decision, and I feel like you're in that phase of, I'm seeing the Devil card in the Muse tarot, and the Devil card has a butterfly like this, right? So I feel like you could be Scorpio placements or 8th house placements. I'm also sensing a lot of water energy. I also sensed a bit of Aquarius energy. You don't have to have these placements. These are just energies that I am channeling from this artwork. And I'm seeing for you, it's a new version of you that you are stepping into, but you are consciously stepping into it. This is not something that's happening to you. This is a change. This is a blessing that you are bringing into your life, right? And I'm seeing that you are emerging out of this cocoon. You are coming out of this bubble that you were placed in. Maybe it was someone else for some of you, or maybe it was you yourself, but I'm seeing that you are no longer contained. Like, I don't see anything that's good. I'm seeing like an unstoppable force. So I'm seeing you become an unstoppable force. I'm seeing you step fully into your confidence. If you're a woman watching this, I'm seeing you embracing your curves, embracing your body, embracing being feminine, like just embracing yourself and embracing your authenticity, and deciding that, okay, I'm no longer going to change myself. I'm no longer going to try to fit in. That has never worked for me. And yeah, I give up on trying to fit in. I give up on feeling like I'm not good enough. I give up on feeling like I am not deserving. And I just heard the word daring. So I'm seeing that you are extremely daring, and I'm seeing like this looks almost like a mountain to me. So it was almost like you have really started from the bottom. You started from the bottom, you climbed up, and then you thought, okay, things are fine, but then you fell down again, and that really hit you. So I feel like you're coming up again, and I feel like this is when I describe that you're in that phase of like breaking out of that cocoon, I feel like you're here. This is the highest point, right? in this whole thread that Spirit placed, this is the highest point. So I feel like you're going to, like, you're slowly climbing up to the highest point. Some of you, you're already here. Some of you will be reaching here. Don't worry, don't worry if you see this like slope. Don't worry, you're not going to come down. That's not what it means. But yeah, I'm seeing you stepping into your power in such a way that nobody is going to be able to take it away from you. I'm also seeing a flower. So I'm seeing, for some of you, it could be romantic love, but take this as it resonates. If you don't desire a partner right now, then you don't have to take that message. But I'm seeing like a flower here, right? And I'm seeing both of these flowers at the same time. So I feel like you're going to feel loved, like something is going to happen or someone is coming into your life. It could be just friends, it could be new people that you meet, it could be a romantic partner, but you're going to feel loved, you're going to feel held and supported by the universe. I'm seeing this part, I don't know why, but it looks like a picture plant to me, with this being like the, its mouth, and then the flap closes over. I don't know if you've heard about these picture plants. They are carnivorous plants. They eat insects, right? So I was drawn to this. I'm sure it doesn't look like a picture plant to you, but that's what Spirit is showing me. And I see that there was something that was draining your energy, like some kind of lid that was open and it was just sucking you in, like it was just draining your energy. And I see you being like, okay, out. Confirmation. I'm so sorry if that's too loud. I'm seeing that you are stepping into your power. So I feel like at this point you've understood how important it is for you to embrace your own power and to say no. Because if you were a people pleaser, or if you were a pushover, like, being nice can kill you, right? Being nice can literally kill you. Like, being nice does not equate to being likable, right? And I'm seeing for you that you're saying no to being nice now. I just heard the golden child. So for some of you that clicked on this video, you could have been the golden child in your family, where you had really high standards from yourself and you're always feeling like you're not good enough. You're always giving too much away of yourself. And I'm seeing you embracing your power. Listen, I'm so happy for you, pile number 1. Before I put down the next colored thread, I want to say that I'm so happy and I'm so proud of you. Yeah, so this is dry, and I'm going to place down the next thread. So I'm ready with the second thread. Spirit, please place this thread. Okay, that is what it looks like. Close. Going to place this book just so the color is distributed evenly, and let's see what blessings are coming in. You are becoming the best version of yourself. So wow, okay. Oh my god, I immediately am seeing this flower. I told you there was some kind of lid was open. Doesn't this look like some kind of a lid? Oh my god, wow. Okay, so I just heard you are blooming. You are blooming. You are blooming, pile number 1, into what? The best version of yourself. The best version of yourself. This literally looks like a flower petal. Literally looks like a flower petal. Like, the textures are so clean and clear. I've tried to paint flower petals this way so many times, but it's really hard to get those minute textures and those lines that you see on petals, it's really hard for me to get those petals right. I'm going to hold it up so you can, just in case you want to have a look, this is what it looks like. And you see how these flower petals are mimicking each other. And what I'm getting from that is that you feeling yourself, you feeling confident and amazing about yourself is pulling in a new shift in your reality as well. So as the blessing I saw is you stepping into the best version of yourself, but what I'm also seeing is the fact that you are blessed. I just heard you are blessed. But why are you blessed? It's because you shifted your reality, and it was almost like you started from the bottom. Like I said, you started from the bottom, you worked your way to the top here, and now there's, oh my god, this is almost at the same level. I didn't notice that. I see that reality is catching up to you. I'm seeing that blessings are catching up to you. Like blessings are literally coming to you and following you because you love yourself. You are, like, you believe that you're abundant. You finally understood what life is about. You finally understood that you're not meant to be in like a lack mindset, that you did not come here to suffer. Basically, you came here to live your best life, and that's what I'm seeing for you. I also saw, yeah, I already mentioned that reality is catching up to you, right? And it's almost like you're running on your own path, like you're happy going on your path. You're not worried about what kind of blessings are coming in. You're not worried about these new people coming in, because I see that your heart is developing a lot of trust. I see you developing a lot of trust in your heart, that knowing, and now you know that the best people are going to come into your life, that it cannot be otherwise, because you finally love yourself. Do you see how this almost looks like the water is falling down here and here as well? And that looks like, to me, it looks like you're being drained out, like your negative energies are being sucked out. Like your spirit guides are doing something that is sucking out all of the negativity out of you, basically. But it all started with your decision to become the best version of yourself, of course. But they are coming in to help you, and it's almost like I'm seeing like hand holding water, and then the water is falling, like pink colored water, this colored water. I'm seeing that water just falling down and just pouring out, and it's like the negativity is being sucked out of you. I just saw like a leech. Now don't worry, don't take this the wrong way. In some medical practices in ancient times, and I think they're being used even now, if there was something that was trapped in the body that couldn't be removed by the body itself, then they used to use leeches for that. So leeches were actually used in a medicinal way, where they would suck out the toxic poisonous blood, and then the person would be okay again. Of course, that process seems like a brutal one, right? Even as you're listening, you might be horrified, like what kind of thing is Mystique talking about? But that's what I want to tell you, is that you might not feel good sometimes when this negativity is being sucked out. So you might have periods where you are feeling low or feeling sad or depressed. I heard depressed for no reason, and it's not for no reason, but you can't trace the reason. You don't understand in that moment why exactly it's happening. And I'm seeing that is falling away. I heard the word tamas. Now tamas is a Sanskrit word. It roughly translates into darkness, but not really. It's more like heaviness. Like, you know how negative energies feel really heavy on your soul? You know how anger feels? Like, it feels heavy. It doesn't feel good, right? It doesn't feel light. It doesn't feel like joy. Like, joy and happiness is light, right? You feel like dancing, you feel light. But darkness, depression, and it's a bit heavy. So I'm seeing that heaviness, I saw that heaviness on your chest, like you were carrying it on your chest, and now on your heart, like on top of your heart. I saw it like on top of your heart, and you were just under the surface of that like ocean, and on top of you there was that force, that negative energy, but now it's being drained out of you, it's leaving you. I'm seeing a lot of clarity. If you have any questions regarding something, if you ask your spirit guides, they will come in to help you. They want to come in to help you, so they'll help you out a lot. So ask them for guidance, because they are the ones who will help you out. Any final messages for pile number 1? Oh yeah, we have to read your card. So you have the emotion. My emotions are vibrational oh wow, yeah, my emotions are vibrational interpreters, and this is the 10th card in this deck, and 10 in tarot signifies the end of a cycle. So what I'm feeling for you is that you are ending a cycle. You are ending some cycle. This figure is also like looking over the fence at the mountains. So yeah, that's what I saw for you as well. But let's read. Your eyes, your ears, even your nose, tongue, and fingertips are translating vibrations, but your most sophisticated of vibrational interpreters are by far your emotions. By paying attention to the signals of your emotions, you can understand with absolute precision everything you are now living or have ever lived. Okay, so this card tells me that if you are feeling bad, don't take it as a sign of like failure, but take it as a sign of, okay, there's something I need to look at, there's something I need to address, there's some kind of pain that's coming up, let me address it, let me be there with it, and just feel that pain and allow it to be there with you, and then it will leave you. So your emotions actually function like an antenna. Okay, your emotions are not the enemy. So don't make that was a final message from your spirit guides, that they are asking you to, first of all, they don't want to force you to feel good all the time, and secondly, they want to say that if you don't feel good all the time, it's okay, because your emotions function like an antenna. Like nobody's expecting you to feel good all the time. Okay, and the blessing here is that you are accepting all of your emotions, like the full spectrum of emotions. You are accepting yourself and how you feel, because how you feel, whatever feeling you feel, is there for a reason, right? It's not there for no reason. Like your body will never lie to you, your heart will never lie to you. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you, my dear pile number 1s. I take this moment to thank you, to thank your spirit guides, to thank my spirit guides, the colors and the card that I used today, for allowing me to give pile number 1 these beautiful messages. And I also want to say, pile number 1, if you were the golden child and you resonated with that part, I'm so happy that you are loving yourself, because you know, I know somebody who was also had a similar trauma, but they are so strong, and golden children, I feel like, really struggle with loving themselves. So I'm so proud of you for taking this step. I hope you keep taking that step and keep climbing higher, because you're not going down. Okay, it's all in your hands. Keep climbing higher. And let me know if you liked this reading, this method of reading. Yeah, I decided to put this as a permanent method, because I really like the patterns that come through in these readings. As you see, your pattern was also so beautiful, right? So yeah, let me know if you liked this reading, if you resonated, and if you did, then I'll be doing more watercolor readings of this type on my channel. And yeah, so make sure you subscribe. Let me know. Your feedback is really important to me, and I really appreciate it. I thank you for being here. I cherish you. I love you. And with that, I will say bye. I thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I will see you in another one. Bye. Hello and welcome, my dear loves. If you chose pile number 2, I feel like a lot of you are new or you skipped the intro. So hi, this is Mystique and I'm doing a new kind of watercolor reading for you today. So I'll be telling you that in a bit, but I'm going to get straight into your reading. So the very first message that I received was, there's some kind of cycle ending in your life. I feel like you're blowing out, like you see how there's a circle here. So I feel like a 9 plus 1 is 10. So my nails are not dirty, it's actually paint, so don't get grossed out. So 1 plus 9 is 10. So I feel like there's some kind of ending in your life, but I will be looking at what blessings these since this video is about what blessings you are receiving or what blessings are coming to you. I feel like this ending is a blessing. I don't know how I am going to be looking at it, but yeah, this ending is some kind of a blessing. So if you have been on my channel, then you must be familiar with my signature watercolor readings that I always do. And so usually you must have seen some kind of paintings. In the last reading you must have seen a channel painting reading where I paint your energy basically. And so for this one I actually wanted to try something new, and so today I'm going to be using a technique called thread in watercolor, which I really wanted to do for you. And yeah, I'm going to start with 2 colors. As you can see here, I've already prepared the threads, I've already dipped them before I started your reading. For some of you, I just felt like you were drawn to pile 1 as well, so you're probably watching pile 2 after you watched pile 1. And so you already know what this reading is. But yeah, I'm going to looking at what blessings you receive. This idea actually came to me like from something that I used to do as a child. So yeah, let's start. And so what I will do is I will place these colored threads that are dipped in watercolor. This is watercolor, by the way, so if you're wondering what colors these are, this is quinacridone lilac from Daniel Smith Colors, a mix of quinacridone lilac and quinacridone rose. This is what it looks like in the tube. And this one is cerulean blue from Winsor Newton. So I just felt like I should tell you because I feel like some of you might be interested in watercolors or art, and that's why you must have clicked on this reading just out of curiosity. So in case if you want to buy any of these supplies, then you know the names and which colors. So I'm gonna start with placing this thread, and I'm going to ask Spirit to place it for me, through me, and then I will place the first color, allow it to dry, and then I will place the second colored thread, and I will be channeling messages as they form some kind of a pattern, right? So I'll show you how I do it. So I'm gonna start with taking this blue thread, okay? So I'm starting with placing the thread. My hands are full of paint. Yeah, this drop of paint fell down as I was doing that. I will now close this sheet. And place this book on top. And the reason why I'm placing this book on top is because I want to kind of spread the color evenly. If I put my hand on top of it, then the color won't spread evenly because my hand will only put pressure on some parts and not all the parts. So I'm gonna start with pulling the thread. Let's see what we have. Are you excited? I'm so excited. Pile number one's reading was so beautiful, and their pattern was also so beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Wow. Okay, tap me into the energy. Were you feeling like you were being eaten up? For some reason, I don't know why I'm seeing this like a mouth, like trying to swallow you up, trying to eat you up. But I'm not getting a good energy from this metaphor that Spirit has provided me. What's going on? Somebody tried to keep you in a bubble? Did somebody try to keep you in a bubble? And it's almost like you felt it. The way you felt it was being suffocated, like being eaten up. Like your being was being taken over by something else. I hope I'm explaining it correctly. I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's almost this feeling of like somebody is taking some parts of you and like trying to replace it with their parts. I just heard the word abusive. So abusive relationship. For some of you with your parents, for some of you your spouse or your ex. They tried to twist you up in knots. And you see how this is like an infinity sign, right? The infinity does not have an open loop, right? It literally goes like this, like this, and like this, and like this. So I feel like it was an infinite loop that you were stuck in. Like it was the kind of loop that you could not escape. Or I felt like you could not escape. And it was a mouth that was like holding you hostage. It's a mouth that holds you hostage. It's a mouth that wants to tear away at your flesh. It's a relationship that sucks and drains out your energy. It's a relationship that doesn't want you to be seen as you are, doesn't want you to be loved as you are. This partner, this person probably was jealous of you, jealous of your individuality, your idiosyncrasy, your uniqueness. Jealous of how you can climb anything and get better and better and better. Jealous of your confidence. Jealous of how you prevail and persevere through difficult times. And it was almost like this person wanted to test, okay, how much can pile number 2 take? And it's almost like they created this environment like two mouths. I'm almost seeing like a parasitic relationship. It's created like two mouths where you can't go this way, you can't go this way, right? Like I'm seeing that you feeling like you cannot escape. Okay, your spirit guides are asking me to send you some energy, so I'm going to sending my energy to the viewer that chose pile number 2. May you find the courage you need to break out of these mouths, to break out of these hands that hold you down. May you find the light in your heart that is present but dim. It is their attempt to dim you. Do not fall for it. The spark is there in you. Do not let them convince you that you don't have it in yourself to do what you want. And that is what I'm wishing for you. Pile number 2. I'm being called to put the second thread down, so I'm ready with the second thread. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. This was a blessings reading, but I feel like you're really suffering. And your spirit guides are... I'm worried about you. Your spirit guides are also worried about you, but like, I'm worried about you. How can they get out of this? Please give us messages on how they can get out of this and what blessings are coming to it. Coming to you. Wow. Okay, as I was pulling the thread, my attention was drawn to this card, and look what this card says. My attention to it invites it in. Okay, so I'm seeing that the more you are focused or you are feeling traumatized or you're feeling angry, the more those situations will repeat in your life, because there's no such thing as negative focus, meaning that you cannot not focus on something, right? So for example, if I say 11:11, I just saw on the clock, damn, you are a powerful creator. Okay, so for example, let's say I say to you, pile number 2, do not think of monkeys. You immediately thought of monkeys, right? And that is a little bit how this works, because you cannot try to not pay attention to something. You can just shift your attention to something else instead, right? I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Every thought that you give your attention to becomes bigger and expands as part of your vibrational mix, whether it is a thought of something you want or a thought of something you don't want. So your attention to it invites the essence of it into your experience. Okay, so what I'm getting is that if you want to manifest blessings, or if you want the blessings that I'm going to open this card and see what they are, if you want those to come in, you need to start focusing on feeling good and feeling joyful, because the way you feel is how you're going to, is what is manifesting more in your life, right? So if you're feeling joyful, let's say somebody did something sweet for you, then you're going to feel really good all day, right? Like somebody said, a stranger came up to you and said, oh, you look really beautiful, you're really handsome, you're really attractive, I love your outfit. Then it feels good, like you're on cloud 9 all day, right? And I feel like the more you keep yourself in the feeling that you want to feel, the more that feeling is going to manifest. So I see why you're coming from pile number 1, because their reading was very focused on emotions, and I see here Spirit wanting me to explain to you how you could be unintentionally manifesting negative situations in your life. And this is not a punishment, okay? Spirit is not punishing you, but I am seeing like they want you to know, that if you keep focusing on a bad memory, then you're going to feel bad, and if you feel bad, then that is what is going to manifest in your life, right? Sorry, that was out of focus. So let's see what you have. Wow, oh my god, your life is going to take a 360-degree turn. That's immediate. That's the immediate message that I'm getting. Your life is going to take an immediate turn. So I'm going to write down your number just in case, just so I do not forget. I feel like some of you are curious about pile number 1's pattern, and this is what pile number 1's pattern look like. Yeah. I just heard some of you think, oh, I have never seen this kind of reading. Yeah, I kind of invented it. But yeah, this is like one of the types of watercolor readings that I offer. And this method is called thread in watercolor technique. At least that's what I like to call it. But yeah, I like to call it thread in watercolor. I feel like it's a bit new and innovative. Oh, innovation. There's some kind of innovation coming into your life. Something new. You see how this is all like overlapped? I mean, it was overlapped over there as well, but here I'm sensing some major overlaps here. And do you see how this as I was explaining to you, this infinite loop, do you see how there's a strong color that's breaking it down? I'll hold it up so you can see. So if you see in some parts of the thread, the color didn't absorb much, right? So it's not like the edges aren't that sharp. The edges aren't that sharp, but here they are really sharp. Do you see? It's literally, it's giving me like the vibe of a knife. The knife is cutting down this infinite loop. There's some kind of knife. So maybe this is your spirit guides intervening, or maybe it's you making the decision to, okay, I want to feel good, so I'm going to cut out all these people, all these mouth breathers, and like, I don't want this thing in my life anymore. And you see how this literally looks like a thread? This literally looks like a thread, right? There's almost no like a pattern here like this. So that tells me that whatever this person or situation is, they are going to try to tie you up, or they might have tried to tie you up, or you might have felt trapped. You might have felt like you cannot break free, but this is a sign from spirit. Listen, you're breaking free. Okay, so one of the blessings coming to you is some kind of innovation, some kind of an innovation here. This is, I'm seeing a heart. So this is telling me that it's self-love. Self-love. Yeah, so if you've come from pile number 1, wow, confirmation. So if you are coming from pile number 1, theirs was also a similar message where they were really stepping into their power. And I feel like you are at that phase of where you are making the choice to love yourself no matter what. And that is what is breaking down this loop. Like this person or this situation cannot hold you in anymore. Like you see how this mouth is completely just overtaken by this pink flower, and this like a huge flower, like it's literally like this, and it's like you, the way you have bloomed like this, like it's so big. I think the world's biggest flower is like 15 centimeters or something, which is almost like almost this much. I think this much. Now it's this big, like the world's, I think so, I don't know, I read that somewhere, I could be wrong, but I'm being taken to that flower. I forgot the name of it. There could be bigger flowers, I don't know, but I'm seeing you step into that energy of like, okay, I am the biggest flower. And I'm seeing, and what I mean by that is that you are blooming in such a way, like in such a huge way, that you can't be closed, like that you can't be held down anymore. So I'm seeing you break free out of this. I'm seeing you break free out of this. There's also a lot of financial abundance that I felt before during the intro when I was pile picking, and I was wondering like, who's that pile that's going to have financial abundance? It's you. It's you, pile 2. So if you're worried about your financial situation, don't worry. Don't worry, like you've got nothing to worry about. Any last messages, any last guidance for pile 2, please? They are asking me to get a card from this deck, which is the Moonology Manifestation deck. Wow, okay. So they want to tell you how you can manifest. Okay. You have attend to the details. Okay. Push through any insecurity. Wow. Look at how similar these two colors are. You have pushed through any insecurity. So what the very first message that I'm getting from this card is like, persevere. Okay, whatever this person or this situation is doing to you, persevere through it. You're going to get out of it. I know you're feeling like you're not supported in this, or that nobody has your back, or that nobody's going to support you, nobody's going to be on your side, nobody's going to understand you, they are all going to gaslight you. And that could be true. Maybe you're surrounded by bad people, that could be true, but what I am seeing is your strength. What I'm seeing is you shining. What I'm seeing is you paving that way and saying, no, no, I'm leaving. Bye. I'm gone. Bye. That's what I saw. And the first card that we had was Attend to the Details, last quarter moon in Virgo. And there is a ancient temple here, as you can see. So this is a call for you to attend to the details. I feel like it's talking about you. Like, attend to the details mean focus on yourself, start meditating, start incorporating some kind of yogic practice, some kind of relaxing or meditative practice into your life. That will help you a lot. It will help you manifest these blessings even faster. It's almost like I'm seeing you passing through this phase and passing through this period of your life and getting out of this kind of, trappy, malicious energy. And as soon as you get out of it, it's like things are just going to fall into place. Why? Because you are attending to the details, meaning you're attending to yourself, right? You're focusing on yourself. Now, Virgos, you could be an earth sign. I'm feeling like earthy energy from this pile, but you don't have to be. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus, you could be one of these signs. But one of the things, one of the trademark of Virgos is the fact that they criticize themselves a lot. So, and I am a Virgo sun, so please do not criticize yourself, and love yourself as you move through this kind of phase or this period in your life. Like, love yourself through it. You're going to, at one phase you might experience pain, so it's like allow yourself to feel that pain, and there's going to be a next stage where you feel better, and then you feel joy, and then you feel ecstatic, right? It's going to happen in like stage by stage. You're not going to get from 1 to 100 directly. You're going to go, okay, 1 to 10, then 10 to 20, then 20 to 30. So that's how you're going. So pay close attention to your feelings and attend to those feelings, attend to how you're feeling, okay? And the more you do that, the more blessings will come in. Okay, and I'm going to end your reading here. I want to take this moment to thank you, to thank your spirit guides, my spirit guides, to thank the cards that we pulled, the watercolors that we used today, the thread. Thank you so much for giving me and allowing me this opportunity to give pile number 2 these messages and these sacred guidance. I wish pile number 2 for you to break free of these chains. I heard the word freedom, so I wish freedom for you. And yeah, consider liking the video, subscribing if you want to be part of my family and want to watch more types of my signature watercolor paintings that I always do. And yeah, let me know if you like this one, if you resonated. Your feedback really helps me a lot, so please let me know. And yeah, hopefully I will see you in my next video. If you want, you can also leave suggestions for readings that you want to see. So yeah, you can leave that down in the comments as well. I'll try to make readings for you, because the reason why I started this channel is to provide guidance, like spirit's message to you. So yeah, leave that in the comments if you want. I'll read all your comments anyway. And with that, I'm gonna say bye. I just saw I don't know why, but my eyes went to this part for some reason. This part here. You're going to come eye to eye with your predator. I just heard with your predator. Oh my god, what is that about? You're going to come eye to eye. Like, I'm seeing like two people staring into each other's eyes and not backing down. So you can do this. You can do this. Please believe in yourself, because I believe in you. Okay, pile number 2, please, I need you to believe in yourself, because I believe in you. I'm seeing the light in your soul. I'm seeing the energy of your soul, okay? You are not a person to be messed with. You are a strong person. I know you probably don't feel like that right now, but you are. And you can do this. Like, stand up for yourself and just give your back to this person, this situation, and leave and just get out, okay? I know it's easier said than done, but you can. That's what I want to emphasize on. You can. Okay, and now I'm really going to say bye, because if I don't, I'll just keep reading and talking and talking. So bye. Hello and welcome, my dear loves who chose pile number 3 and you chose this card. I'm feeling a lot of unfamiliar energy, so you might be new to my channel. Hello, this is Mystique and I welcome you. I offer a lot of my signature watercolor readings, and today I'm going to show you another method that I use. I call this the thread in watercolor technique. So that's what you'll be seeing today, and that's the method that I will use to channel messages for you and to see what blessings are in store for you. I'm really excited about this reading, and yeah, let's start. So I'll walk you through the process of how I do this. So I'm gonna take a blank sheet of paper, and you see these two threads dipped in watercolor. So if you already know my readings, then you know that I have a lot of watercolor readings on my channel, and I did a lot of channel paintings and mini heart paintings in those ones, and that was the paint on paper technique. So today I wanted to try something new. So what I'm going to do is use this technique, and I call it the thread in watercolor technique. And what I want to do is I'll take this first color, the thread dipped in the first color. This is Cerulean Blue by Winsor Newton. Yeah, Cerulean Blue by Winsor Newton. And this is Quinacridone Lilac and Quinacridone Rose from the Daniel Smith extra fine watercolors. So I've already prepared your threads and I've dipped them in watercolor before I started your reading, just so we do not have problems. And what I'm going to do is I will place this thread in this folded sheet of paper, and then I will pull it out. So some of you might have tried this in your childhood, like I did, just for fun, and it creates these really beautiful patterns, and that's what I'm going to channel messages from and channel guidance from. Okay, so let's start with the first color. I'm starting with the blue. So this is the blue thread. Spirit, please help me place this on the paper. Okay, and I'm going to close this watercolor sheet, and I've left out the little bit of the end of the thread here so I can pull. And I'm gonna use this book as a book press, just so the colors are distributed evenly, and pull from the bottom. Okay. Please tap me into the collective of pile number 3. If you're new here, I want to start off by saying I love you. If you clicked on this reading, it's not a coincidence. And yeah, I hope you have fun with my watercolor readings. Wow. Immediately, what I saw is a flower. So many flowers. Do you have a garden? Do you know somebody that works on a farm, or maybe a family member that works at a farm, so you were exposed. Like, I'm seeing you being out in nature. I'm seeing you wearing linen clothes. This is a highly specific message, so this is only for some of you, not for all of you. But yeah, I'm seeing that if you don't live in a countryside, or you're not around nature a lot, I feel like you love nature and love being with nature and in nature. Sometimes your lifestyle might not allow you. So I'm seeing like one section of 𝒑𝒆𝒻 living a really modern life, almost like in the city, and I'm seeing one section of 𝒑𝒆𝒻 that probably still live at their native place, maybe at their, I'm seeing them being content with living in a small village where they get to be with, I just heard the word God. So some of you could be religious. I'm seeing that God is walking with you. That was a random thing that came out. God is walking with you. I'm also seeing for those of you that are living like a modern life, using it as, just to encompass the lifestyle that requires you to be in cities, requires you to be in corporate offices, perhaps be on your laptop, on your phone. So when I say modern life, that's what I mean. Then you're not allowed to, then you don't get to be in nature a lot, right? Like, you might not even have time enough to meditate because modern life is such a fast-paced life. I just saw New York. I just heard New York. So some of you could be watching from New York, or could have gone to New York, or could be living in New York, or you're American as you watching this. But New York has a really fast-paced life, right? I'm seeing like a lot of partying, a lot of booze. I'm seeing a lot of people working really hard, a lot of people walking on the street to get somewhere. They really like ambitious, highly oriented towards goals. So that's what I'm seeing. So you could be one of those, or you could be one of those that like to be in peace and harmony with nature, living in a simple way, eating simple meals, being around few people that love you, not many people. So there's almost like a split between the energy of some of you and some of you and the other of you. Like, it's an opposite energy. I'm seeing like a lot of distance. As for the blessings, you see how there is a V here, straight up V. Like, it literally looks like a geometric half triangle without the third line here. I'll hold it up so you can see here, like this, and here. So like this, it's W. So W for world. That's what I heard. W for world. You're doing something that's going to conquer the world, or you're going to accomplish something, or you're going to get something like a gift or something that's going to make you feel like you're on top of the world. I also saw V for victory. So there's some kind of victory or success coming to you. If you are involved in some kind of project right now, I'm seeing, I just saw somebody, what is that called? Pottery. Like, somebody was sitting and they were making pots and earthenware from the clay. So I'm seeing you're going to be successful and you're going to get good at it. If you don't resonate with that message, because that was really, really specific, whatever skill you're learning, like a piano, a new language, you're going to be successful at it. Spirit is with you and spirit is supporting you, because whatever this skill or this idea, this business idea that you're working on, that you've given birth to, is going to be successful. So that's a clear-cut blessing. Like, just don't worry, there is victory coming to you. There's straight up V here, right? And there's two V's. So this is like double confirmation that victory and success is coming to you for sure. So do not worry. I'm seeing this as, for some reason, this looks like hands to me, and this looks like a person to me, like in a robe. a person in a robe with their hands like upwards and holding this bouquet of flowers, and the bouquet of flowers is bigger than this person here. Of course, if you don't see it that way, it's okay. I'm just the reader, so spirit deliberately shows me and draws my eyes to these things so I can give you the correct messages. So you don't have to see it the same way, but I need to see it the way spirit wants me to see so I can give you the correct messages. So what I'm feeling from this is that your blessings are literally going to be like piled up on top of the other, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's just going to keep coming in, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like it's just going to keep coming in to the point that you're going to lose count how many things go well for you, how many things work out for you, like you're going to lose count. But the biggest blessing, I think, is I just heard I figured out the key to my happiness. I just heard I have figured out the key to my happiness. And I'm seeing a person looking out of their house, like standing on the porch or the deck that, the stairs that lead up to the house. I'm seeing a person standing there. I'm seeing a woman standing there and smiling. And she looks so beautiful. She has gray hair. So, I don't know, she could be in her 50s. I don't know about that. But I'm seeing like a beautiful aged woman that is really wise, like super divine, feminine, highly evolved energy. And I feel like that is for some of you, that's your energy. Or that is what your energy is going to be like. It's so beautiful that I can't even explain it. You're stepping into that energy. You could also be like to like open your windows when you wake up and look, like just feel the sunlight on your hands, or feel the elements of nature, like the air, the breeze. If you live near some kind of water body like a river or the ocean, if you live at the beach, then you go there to play. You step out in the water first because you want to put yourself in the embrace of nature first. And I see nature, I see this figure, this hooded figure here, embracing you as you go through life. Like I'm seeing a child growing up and I'm seeing a chart where a child is really small, then it grows a little, 10 years, then it grows more, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and spirit has always had your back. So one of you needs to know that spirit has always had your back. You were never alone. You were never doing anything alone. Spirit has always had your back. Spirit was always with you. With this S over here, I'm also seeing that you could have a strong S energy. You know what that means, right? You could have a strong S energy, and S energy is life energy. S energy is creative force, right? So you could also be, I also have a high S energy. So you could also be the same way, where you have really high S energy. So you're being asked to put that into something, like put that in some and give birth to something creative. Some of you could be becoming mothers literally, so your child is a blessing that's coming to you. Or for those of you that are not pregnant, not giving birth, or not in a relationship, for those of you, I'm seeing that there's some kind of an idea that's being sparked in your heart or in your brain, and you're being called to take action on it. Like this is a blessing from the universe. I know you'll probably see that idea or that spark of imagination that you see as a small thing at first, but it's really going to help you become successful and achieve the life of your dreams, where you're so content, and when you look back at your life, at all of the painful moments, it's all going to make sense. Like it's all going to fall together. It's not going to feel like you're lost. It's not going to feel like you lost a part of yourself. You're not going to grieve over it. You're stepping into a very highly evolved spiritual person, honestly. Like you have that energy of a highly evolved spiritual person. And it's almost, you see, like I'm so speechless in your reading. I don't know why I'm so speechless in your reading. But you know, there are some dimensions to the universe, or there are some things that cannot be said through words because it just won't make sense, right? Like the concept of nothingness, it just doesn't make sense. Like, how is nothingness, like how is everything birthed from nothingness? Nothingness is literally nothing. And the human mind cannot make sense of that because it sees nothingness as a void, right? But it's energy, it's pure energy, where nothing exists except energy, right? And then the mind will try to create a form to see that energy, like a star, right? Like this palette, this has certain energy, this paper has a certain energy, the artwork on it has a certain energy, like so these are forms, right? But true energy does not have a form and is formless. So formlessness cannot be something, is not something that is fathomed by the human mind. And I'm feeling like you're stepping into a dimension like that. This might not make sense to you right now, I know. Don't come for me, but that is what your spirit guides are showing me. There's a high evolution in a short span of time. There's a high evolution. I'm going to start with placing the second thread. So here I have the thread ready, and let's go. This is really taking up like the entire space of, and I have watercolors on my hand again, so closing it quickly, pressing down, using the book press again, just so to ensure that the colors are distributed evenly. Okay, I'm really excited. I don't know why. I feel like whatever's going to come out is a pattern that's going to be so beautiful. So I'm really excited about what's going to unfold. So let's unfold together. Wow. Wow. The very first thing that I'm getting is that you shifting between states of consciousness. Wow, who are you, pile number 3? I'm seeing like astral traveling. Some of you could do Reiki. Like you're just, I'm being taken to that movie, what was that called? The Spider-Man, where they have to jump between dimensions and Doctor Strange helps him do it. Like I'm being taken to that movie. So I feel like you're doing that with your spiritual abilities. Wow. Oh, wait a second. I got it. The biggest blessing that's coming to you is a spiritual gift. Wow. But it's above, it's like a notch above clairsentience or clairaudience. It's a notch above. You're literally traveling between different dimensions of consciousness, different states of consciousness. Wow. I just heard the word yogi. So you don't have to be a yogi, but you have the energy of a yogi. Wow. Okay, so why I'm saying yogi is that yoga actually translates to unity, right? Yoga is not about twisting and stretching. That's not yoga, okay? That's just a part of yoga. Yoga word actually means unity. And unity with what? Unity with source, unity with the ultimate. But we don't say it unity with, because if everything becomes one, then there's no other, right? So it's not unity with, it's just unity, it's just oneness, period. So oneness, period. And I feel like you're stepping into the cosmic connection with source, the source energy itself. I'm seeing a sun shining really bright. So I'm seeing you doing this very effortlessly. This is some kind of spiritual gift that's going to hit you out of nowhere. So I feel like it's a bit unexpected. You're not going to see this coming. You're not going to see this coming, but it's going to be so beautiful. I'm seeing that when you open up to this energy, your heart is opening up to this energy. Your heart is blooming like a rose. I literally saw a rose, and it's going to bring tears to your eyes. Some of you could be getting enlightened. It's going to bring tears to your eyes by how beautiful life is. And I'm feeling that some of you are going to think, I did not know that such a thing even existed. I did not know that such a feeling even existed. Like, where is this love inside me coming from? And it's source, and you are a fractal of source, right? So I'm seeing you going back home, in the sense that you are connecting back with source, or with God, if you'd like to call it that, with the ultimate consciousness. Yeah, so maybe that's what this is about. So I'm seeing a dot, a dot, a dot, and it's literally connected by a linear line, literally. We don't have that in pile number 1 and 2. Pile number 1 and 2 had all the curves. There were no linear lines. This is pile 2, then this was pile 1. So there are no curves, and there are no straight lines in this, right? Like, it's really hard to get straight lines in a thread that is basically, does not have like a strong backing. So the thread is really flexible, right? And it's not like this glass that I cannot bend this glass, right? It's really hard. I cannot bend it like I want to, but I can bend the thread. So there's a flexibility to that thread. So it's really hard to get these kind of really straight lines. But I'm seeing that you are like you being shifted into another dimension, you being shifted into another quantum state. You could be into the manifestation technique called the quantum leap technique, or identity shifting techniques, or if you don't know what they are, I highly recommend to check them out. Yeah, this is an insane spiritual ability that you're unlocking. That's your blessing. And last message for you from your spirit guides is, it's not about controlling my thoughts, it is about guiding them. And you have a thread, like a road here again. Wow, and you have 2 people here. Yeah, I was wondering, there's 2 people here. So I did say, right, like there is a split between, there's 1% of you, there's one group of you that's really focused on, like, that's really living like a modern life, and then the other % of you is really like cottagecore, living in a forest, living near the forest, or near I just heard rainfall, so maybe it rains a lot where you live. Waterfalls, rivers, some kind of water body, very nature, very in tune with nature. And I'm seeing that these people want to come here, and you're trying to see how you can make that happen. But even if you don't, I'm seeing this whole thing, like I already explained. So we are not encouraging you to make an effort to control your thoughts, but instead to more or less guide your thoughts. Reaching for the way you would like to feel is an easier way to hold your thoughts in vibrational alignment with that which you believe is good. Okay, so the immediate message that I got from this, reaching for the way you would like to feel, the more you focus on reach for the feeling of joy, reach for the feeling of ecstasy, that is what will bring in this marvelous, beautiful gift quickly. I'm not even being shown a name for this ability, so I feel like you're the only person who's going to, you're not going to be the only person in the whole world that unlocks it. There could be very, very few of you, but maybe it's not known, or maybe I've not studied it actually. So I'm gonna study after this reading. But yeah, I did get a feeling that there was something that is like unexplainable. I cannot put it in words. There's something that's inexplicable about you, your energy, and this gift, this blessing, this spiritual ability that's coming into your life. It was such a pleasure doing this reading. I really honor your presence. And I'm going to end your reading here. So I take this moment to thank your spirit guides, my spirit guides. I thank all of the watercolors and card that we used today. Thank you for enabling me to give such beautiful, accurate messages. And I thank you, Spirit, for leading Pile 3 to me. Their energy is very beautiful. Pile 3, I want to thank you for being here. It's really such an honor for me to do this reading. Some of you could have ancestors that are spiritual masters, okay? Like enlightened beings like Buddha. Or you could be in touch with the energy of an enlightened master, or you yourself have a spiritual master like that. You could have a spiritual master. For some of you, if that's what you're looking for, then that's what you will get. For those of you that are looking for that, you'll get it. It could also, for some of you, that those are pregnant and are going to give birth to a child. This child is a highly evolved spiritual being. They have come into the world knowing all the Akashic lessons and Akashic records intact, like clean. This child is a highly blessed, like a prodigious child. Wow. And now I'm seeing a bird. So there's also a lot of freedom coming in for you. I just see a bird here. Yeah, you're going to fly. You're going to feel like you can fly now. You can do anything you want. And I feel like you really can. You really can. So let me hold this up if you want to take a look at the pattern closely. I feel like if you wanted to, you could tap into the energy of this artwork and not need me to translate the energy of this pattern. You could do it directly yourself. Maybe not right now, but maybe in the future. If not now, then in the future you'll be able to do it. And this is what it looks like. Yeah, such an honor to have you here. I'm gonna say bye to you. Like this video if you liked it. Leave a comment below. I really want to know who you are. So write down Pile 3 and write down if you like this reading, if you resonated with it. Let me know. I really want to know who you are. And yeah, if you have any reading suggestions, leave those. If you liked my watercolor readings and this new technique that I showed you today, yeah, I'm really proud of this technique. Honestly, I am loving this so far. So I feel like I'm gonna do this more. I'm gonna do more of these on my channel using this one. I'll also be doing channel paintings as well, that are already available on my channel, but I'll also incorporate this one. Yeah, I was not expecting. All of the piles got some really unexpected blessings, and I'm so happy to see you claim that. So claim your blessing, claim your spiritual ability, Pile 3, and hopefully I will see you soon in my next reading. If not, I thank you for watching this one, and as always, I love you, I cherish you. Please consider becoming a permanent part of my family, and with that, I'll say bye.